what's up guys? It's me, the puppet. You don't recognize me because, well, yeah, I'm wearing a new suit. But hey, look. Okay, today's review is gonna be about Spider-Man Far From Home. Now, there has been, quite a few Spider-Man movies during the years. Of course, and most of them were, well, by other companies other than the one that owns MCU. As Spider-Man Far From Home is a sequel to the Spider-Man of the official MCU universe. And boy, it's about time if you ask me. It's better that Spider-Man belongs to the MCU. Spider-Man is a Marvel superhero and always will be. You know, there was a few different versions of Spider-Man, and this is the one that we like the most. As these two were well known, but they didn't, were perfect. You see, in Spider-Man Far From Home, of course, I'm sorry if this is not a poster, but it's the best I can do. There was a multiverse mentioned in the story. Okay, before you comment, I know, that was based off a lie of Mysterio. Yeah, he was nothing more than just a fraud. But I think it still may be canon, despite it being a lie. Of course, there was a multiverse mentioned in this story, the MCU, and in fact, I think two of these generations of Spider-Mans may be from alternate dimensions, as it was mentioned before. I'm sorry, I'm trying my best here. Anyway, this may not be the Vulture from Homecoming, but in the first movie, there was about I don't know, 2 or 3 villains, including this guy, the Vulture. And who was working with him was the Shocker. Of course, which is a Spider-Man villain, so he might be part of this Sinister Six team that may show up or not. I'm not sure. And who knows, this guy may be the Tinkerer, and he may be part of the Sinister Six too, so I guess that makes 3. And in Spider-Man Far From Home, there was a new villain, Mysterio. Of course, it was just one, or there might have been 2. Well, though, most of those guys that helped him were just minions. As though, the Shocker. Oh, and I forget to mention the Tinkerer from Spider-Man Homecoming. I don't know. I'm not sure if the Tinkerer is going to be a villain or not. I'm not sure. It's unofficial. And you know, I have a big feeling that the Sinister Six are going to be in the 3rd movie of Spider-Man of the MCU. Of course, I can see, or maybe in Spider-Man 4 of the MCU, I'm not sure. As though, so far, I can only count, just give it a minute. Okay, so, yeah, I couldn't find any better way, so, yeah, let's just count up my pencils. Okay, in Spider-Man Homecoming, there was one which was the Vulture, and there was another, the Shocker, as it was shown. Of course, well, anyway, and the Scorpion, as though, which makes 3 villains, and there might possibly be a Tinkerer, which will make 4, or if not, then we'll just count them out, but add Mysterio, and that makes 4. Of course, there's probably 2 or 1 villain missing. About practically, so I think most likely that Spider-Man 3 is going to have to come first before the Sinister Six can be formed. Yeah, so I think we might have to wait a while before that happens. In this original universe of the Spider-Man, including the Amazing Spider-Man, there was no Sinister Six formed, as though it was just 3 great enemies in this one, like the Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, and Venom. The only team-up was in Spider-Man 3, which was Venom and Sandman, though Sandman kinda wasn't much help. The Amazing Spider-Man had the Chameleon, which was another big villain, I guess. As though, but said, there was no Sinister Six for this generation either. In Spider-Man Homecoming, it was just about a teenage boy trying to impress Stark and trying to be an Avenger, as though after that Civil War thing, he wasn't declared as an Avenger. That makes no sense though. I mean, seriously getting a kid like that, if he's not going to be an Avenger, I don't know what to say. While he messed up like Tony Stark, I mean, I guess Tony Stark's just being a good father right now. I mean, trying to teach him something, and also seems to be very similar as Peter messed up just like Tony did. It's like Spider-Man's like a son to Iron Man. Yeah. Yeah, so then Iron Man could train him to be a better man than he ever was. I don't know. I'm not the best pro, but I'm trying my very best at this, just like Spider-Man. Yeah, that whole Civil War thing was crazy, and Tony brought a kid into this. That's just dumb right now. Although basically it kind of worked. Yeah, I think that Peter will be eventually a great hero to fill Iron Man's shoes. Yeah, yeah. And now to the main movie. Spider-Man Far From Home was about a kid in the pressure of being just trying to be normal and fill in Stark's shoes. Yeah, honestly, he kind of made some big mistakes because of that. Because of his immaturity. But hey, I mean, it's a big deal, so he just needed some time to mess up and such to become the next Iron Man. Yeah, that's really a great movie, though. I mean, Spider-Man Far Home was great. Not like Infinity War, but it's like a good new start for the next generation of heroes to come now that Tony Stark, Steve Rogers, and Natasha are all down. Of course, Steve is not dead, just retired, but still. Now that these two big time heroes are gone, there's going to be needing a new Captain America and Iron Man, and Tony's going to fill that shoes while the Falcon fills the shoes of Captain America. Who knows? Maybe Spider-Man and Falcon will have a rivalry like they did. I'm not sure. But hey, who knows what the future of Marvel holds? There's only one way to find out and just see the movie. And maybe Vision might return as like, I don't know, like White maybe. Without the Mind Stone, it will be pretty tricky to bring him back. But hey, he might come back as a new Avenger as the new team forms. As Spider-Man was in Infinity War and even died in there, that was seriously a big deal and far way too soon for Spider-Man to do something that big. But hey, it's the Avengers. It's so ridiculous with this thing. Man. Spider-Man really had some problems. And also especially at one where Mysterio made Illusion fight with him. And boy, and at one point, Illusion really did something so traumatic for Peter. As though he showed an illusion about where there was Tony Stark's grave and then suddenly a zombie Iron Man just comes out of there and boy, man, that was really scary. I mean, seeing someone you try to live up to as a zombie try to kill you, that's so traumatic. Oh boy, man. Spider-Man really is going through a lot. But he's Spider-Man. He's gonna dish out any damage that throws his way. Like the Spider-Verse, no matter how many times he gets thrown back down, he'll always rise to the challenge. And especially one day when the Sinister Six comes. He'll grow up to be an Avenger and the new Iron Man. And with the help of his friends, he'll be a great Iron Man one day. And one day, the Avengers may be reborn with him in it. This is a new day for the Avengers. This is the new Avengers with Spider-Man in it. So anyway, I hope you liked this review, so please like and subscribe and tell all your friends about us. And please, for my sake. Wait, no!